Yanyu Sun will start as soon as her PowerPoints come up.
Maybe I can introduce myself first. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Yanyu Sun. I'm a PhD student come from Nanjing University. It's my great honor to come to the conference and deliver this presentation to you. The topic I'm going to speak on is dialogues with ancient Chinese technology, the exception of the technical theory of Jacques Ellul.
Just pause for a minute until your slides come up.
Okay.
We'll have it working in just a minute.
Okay. I did not know the password for this. Let me see if I can go find somebody for this, because I don't.
I might make a couple of comments on. She has translated into Chinese 4 books by Ellul: Technological Society, Propaganda, What I Believe,
And technological system.
and Technological System. These 4 books are not published in China. They can't be published in China without severe editing. But we've talked about ways to maybe publish them in the United States or publish them on the web. So I'm talking with her about some ways to maybe get. There are no translations of Ellul in Chinese. So the old, I'm sorry, I take that back. There is the translation of the contribution he made to a workshop on the publication of the Technological Society. It's called the Technological Order. There is a introduction to philosophy of technology in Chinese that includes that piece translated into Chinese, along with, pieces by Weber and Heidegger and whatnot. So there is a piece translated into Chinese, but that's the only thing available. But why don't you say a word about your advisor, who she studies at a school of Marxism in Nanjing University, but her advisor, a professor in that school, introduced you to Ellul.
It's my tutor. His name is Hu Daping. He recommended Ellul to me and sent his book to me. And then I get to know Ellul and began my study of him. So
what happened to Ethan? He's trying to solve this. Oh, I think it's warming up. It's been turned on, and it hasn't come alive yet.
he doesn't know the password of this computer.
He has to get the password?
Maybe we can. I can start with some word without PowerPoint,
Okay,
and
okay.
then we can see the screen.
I'll leave it to you to.
Okay, thank you. Let me explain the exception first in my topic. On the one hand, China was in the world's leading position. Joseph Mitcham and many other historians speak highly of ancient Chinese technology. But it's a pity that Ellul has little discussion of China, and his analysis of the world's ancient technological history also miss China. This is the first exception, okay? Thank you. On the other hand, although ancient Chinese technology was highly developed and advanced at that time, Sorry? Why? we have to, I don't know how to.
The technology is taking over.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
looks like it.
Yeah. Ancient Chinese technology did not develop to a technological society, as Ellul termed, and even failed to produce modern science and technology. This is the exceptions here. And my paper addresses some questions within Ellul's framework, such as what can people do in the technological society. Also looks for an alternative to the technological society through the traditional Chinese culture of harmony between heaven and man hidden behind the history of ancient Chinese technology. I will introduce my study in 4 sections. Maybe, yeah. The first part is Ellul's neglect of ancient Chinese technology. Ellul mentions China 10 times in the technological society. In almost all references to China, Ellul used the word East to summarize, but does not specify directly. Ellul is not completely ignorant of China. Actually, he knows China a lot. He has a certain understanding of modern Chinese history. He frequently uses China as an example in the betrayal of the West, and he also studies Mao Zedong's propaganda theory in Propaganda. Indeed, Ellul does not mean to write a history book, as he said. My book is not a history. I shall speak in a historical vein only when it is necessary to the understanding of the technical problem in society today. But I still think that it is a pity that he missed this part. First reason is that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. The first reason is that the ancient Chinese technology is very important among the world. Secondly, the history of ancient Chinese technology is different from any other history around the world. He cannot just use the word East to refer to China. And at last, the history of ancient Chinese technology has an unusual rich collection of historical materials, which will help his research. Mitcham believes that no civilization has a greater historical tradition than China. Ellul believes that no matter how brilliant a civilization is, it is gradually being replaced by technological civilization. Thousands of years ago, ancient Chinese society, like many socialists today, had world-leading technology. However, the progress of discoveries and inventions in ancient China society did not cause major damage to culture and civilization, which provides a positive example for Ellul's question of whether there's a civilization that inclusive of technology. As Mitcham points out that in such a technological advanced environment, ancient Chinese did not move towards Ellul's technological society. This is a refutation and a challenge to some of Ellul's views. Also is the Mitcham question. Next part is the coincidence between Ellul and Chinese ancient technology. Ellul never demonstrated his understanding of the history of ancient Chinese technology, but many of his theoretical analysis coincidence with the development of the progress and the essential characteristics of ancient Chinese technology. Firstly, is the practical. Ancient Chinese technology had very little scientific basis and was entirely focused on the practical applications. The number of various types of documents is directly proportional to the role of the discipline in governing the country, maintaining the peace and benefiting the people in ancient society. For example, traditional Chinese medicine is closely related to life and has a strong practicality. So medical documents have a large number among all the ancient Chinese scientific and technological documents. Also, we can see here is a book named 九章算术. It is 9 chapters on arithmetic, written in Han Dynasty. It's a core symbol of the establishment of the ancient Chinese mathematical system. It contains a total of 246 questions, which all practical problems that people can use in production and life at that time. Secondly, technology was only applied in a certain and narrow, limited fields, just like Ellul said, that he believes that in different societies before modern society, the status of technology was generally low, so as in ancient China. The masters or the experts of craftsmanship only use realization when they practice. So as a result, lots of exquisite technique in China had been lost. But luckily, there are also many technologies that have been passed down to today. Here's a picture of Bingjian. It's a kind of container to put ice in it. It's offered for sacrifices in warring status period. You can see like picture Bingjian, maybe the earliest refrigerator and air conditioner in human world. There are 2 layers of this thing, and you can put ice in the outer layer, and the inner layer used to chill fruits, wine, and vegetables. In the 2008, the opening ceremony of Beijing Olympic Games, the director Zhang Yimou just be inspired with this exquisite. So let's see a video. These drums are all use the technology Bingjian used in the ancient times. of the time, I have to stop here. And if you are interested, you can download the video on the website. Now let's talk about the third part. When we talk about ancient Chinese technology, actually we are talking about the ancient Chinese culture. The concept of heaven and man is a unique rule of it. There are already many studies of the Confucianism, Taoism, legalism, and Qi, many kinds of them. So I will not repeat them here. I focus on Maoist view of heaven and man and its unique role in the evolution of Chinese technology. Now let me introduce the relationship between heaven and man. The unity of heaven and man is the general summary of the traditional Chinese culture. It can be said to be that the core spirit and the most basic way of thinking in Chinese culture, which deeply influenced the development of ancient Chinese technology. The meaning of the concept of heaven and man in Chinese history are extremely complex and diverse, and the theoretical issues involved in the thought are very wild. So let's see the meaning of the name heaven. A philosopher named Feng Youlan summarized that the word heaven in Chinese character has at least 5 meanings. First is the material heaven, just the sky we see in the daily life. And the second one is the supreme being, refers to the like God and things like that. The third one is the heaven of destiny, which refer to luck. And the fourth one is nature. The last one is the great righteousness, or the moral heaven, which refer to the moral law of universe inverted to idealist philosophers. In Mozi's early year, he was a student of Confucian, but then he felt like he's not that agree with Confucian, so he founded his